I see one person here. Show yourself. Who are you? Who are you? I'm so silly, please. Hi. You guys were live. It's time. It's showtime. Join in, okay? Hi. You guys were live. Hi, baby girl. What's up? Gosh. Hi. Do you know that, you guys, do you know that from the time that Abby, do you know, hey, from the time that I posted on Instagram that you should get and prepare, do you know I still did not bath? Like, I still did not wash my hair. Well, I was like, because I had my hair in flat twist and I twisted it, and I was like, it's not looking bad. So I was like, we can use it and enter YouTube, so. Hola. Hola, hola. How you doing? How you doing? This live, somebody is going to, as in, like, I want folks to like come up, but that would be like later when I've talked for a little bit. But we're still gonna wait for a few more people to join in before I start like with my normal. The vibes. The vibes. Yes, like the twist out is always something. Hi, the second person that just joined. Hello, who are you? Let me know. It doesn't tell me who joined. It just tells me that somebody like joined. So please tell me who you are so I can know who joined. So I can welcome you properly. I can, greet you very well. Greet my audience. You guys, I was thinking about it, and I've almost been on YouTube this 24th of this month will make it 8 months I've been on YouTube, and like it's been mad. It's actually been crazy. Hello, hi Grace, hi Melinda. Hello to both of you. Grace, I think I know. Grace. Hi. Hello, everyone. Like, please, as in, thank you for joining. Welcome. Thank you for joining. You guys, sis, how do you see this my nose ring? This still they wow me. Like, it's still mad. If you know watch the video where I'm going to get the nose ring, you should. It was a very nice video. But like I said in the beginning, I'm waiting for a few more people to join in, so that, because I don't want like repeat stories or repeat certain things that we talk about. And this live is supposed to be very interactive, so please, I want you to be like, you commenting in the comment section is very like helpful for me as well. So please be commenting in the comment section. Then another thing is like, please as well. Hi Grace. Please comment in the comment section, and then please give this live a thumbs up. Please give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who the live will be important to, which I think is like everybody in like my generation and age group, because I think all of us are going through the same thing, or a lot of us are going through the same thing. So, but the reason I'm probably going to like start maybe like talking very well in like the next 3 or 4 minutes or so, just because like I don't want to repeat stories and stuff. But I'm like posting on my media and things. So I apologize. I really apologize for like you early birds. It's other people. I don't know why they're always late. Tell me why they're late. Ask them now. They cannot give you reason. No. They can't give you reason. We're live. Oh, you guys were live. The live is happening right now. So join my live. Yes. So I'm just like trying to wait a little bit and make sure that folks are here first and trying to share the live. Please like share the live for me, please, oh, if you can. So like today I just like want to talk. How's med school going? Nah, med school is going though. It's going. Okay, but for real, like we came back from a break. So we finished our last block. I think in my birthday live, I talked about like I had traveled, it was Thanksgiving, so I had finished my anatomy block. So we came back from anatomy. We did something called time week. It's called themes in medical education, where you like it's a very chill week. We're mostly doing things around epidemiology, public health, biostats. So that week happened, it was very chill, and now we're like back into the grind of it. And my brain cannot comprehend, like it cannot process that like they really expect us to like get back to being normal students again. So it's a little like exhausting. But I can't wait for the holidays because I want to go and see my siblings. I've not seen like my sister in a minute. So I'm really missing her and I want to go and see her. Um my sister, she's in law school in Nigeria, and my brother as well. So like I can't wait to see them because they're my only siblings I've not seen this past year. So but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this today's live is really like a like say event session, a rant session, any kind of session that we want to call it. And if you're just joining in, please like say hi because I don't know who joins in, so I want to like properly acknowledge you and say hi for coming. But and please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. So, amen. No, it's to comprehend in Jesus' name, amen. But today's live is really dedicated to all of us, especially us firstborns who they like to stress during the holiday. So every holiday season, every holiday period, like whenever I'm going, in fact, not just holidays, but anytime like I'm going back home, anytime I'm going back to Nigeria or anything, which is usually during the holidays, I always get so much anxiety. I always get so much anxiety, like as in, I'm always so afraid. And I used to think it was only me, right? Until I started talking to other people and I realized we're all in this together. Like there are plenty of us that are like this, like and especially people who don't live at home, whether like you even for people who live in Nigeria but they don't live at home, or for people who like as in like me who live abroad and like have to come back, to see our parents or family or aunties and uncles, all those things. Like I'm always just so scared to go back home. And I want to talk about it. Like I want to like see if I'm the only person. Like, does anybody else feel like that? Like if you feel like that, just say like yes, no, like just simple, like just comment like whether you feel like that as well. And for me, like I really like realize like the biggest reasons why I feel like that. Number one, body shaming. Hey God, you people know how Nigerians are now. Like when it comes to body shaming, when I first like went to America for school, when I first moved to America for school, yes, if you feel like that, comment yes, please. Or if you don't feel like that, say no. So I can know that I'm like other people have like different opinions. But when I first moved to America for school now, like coming out of secondary school, you know how like they not used to feed us. We were very, very skinny, like one lecture. We were very, very like if they blow you small air, you breeze will carry you. If they blow you air, the breeze will carry you, guys. But it was like when we now graduated, actually moved, came to America, like land of where they used to feed you everything, burger, fries, coke, all the feedables, everything that they used to feed people. Like I gained weight. When you first come, they say, oh, you gain like freshman 15. They said you gain 15 pounds when you come. Me, I decided I decided to show them who's boss and gain 30 pounds. Your girl decided to gain 30 pounds. I think like when I literally like I think I was around I think I weighed like 160 something pounds when I came to America. And by my first holiday, like by the time I was going back for my first holiday, I weighed like 180 something pounds. 50, bro. Me, I gained like that first like so like we come in August now and then we come in August and then we leave like December. Within that period, I gained like 25 pounds. Oh my God. I decided to overdo. I decided to overdo. Hello, BB. Please, everybody, don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the video. Please hit smash the like button. But I decided to overdo now, as an overdoer, like as in Adora now. Adora went to go and get, thank you, BB. Adora went to go and gain almost 30 pounds. So when I went home that Christmas, first of all, like I think my parents had come in November. My parents had come in November during Thanksgiving, that November. And like already the comments have started. Ibukazi, where's all this weight? Where did you gain this weight from? Can you Messi? You don't used to watch what you eat, blah blah blah. Boga, pizza, blah blah. You know how how parents used to be, like giving me more anxiety about the weight. And then like when I now went home, God, you guys, you tormented my life. They tormented my life. And like we go to the village every holiday, like every Christmas holiday, right? So we went to the village. And when I tell you, I did not used to come outside. Like I used to stay indoors. That was like 2014 Christmas or something. I don't remember that. Everybody thought I was like, everybody thought I was antisocial or like just like, oh, everybody, like people were thinking, oh, she traveled to America now, like she thinks that she's better than everybody kind of thing. But that was not the case at all. I literally would stay inside because every time I came downstairs or came out, to greet people in the village, everybody would say something about my weight. They would say something about how I gained weight, how I'm fat now, don't I work out? I usually work out, I used to eat there, blah, blah, something. And it was driving me crazy. It was literally like driving me to depression. Like all I wanted to do was get out of that place. All I wanted to do was get out of that place. Okay, now, but Christmas own. You guys remember where we started from? We started from 166 or something. Bro, I can't imagine being 160 something right now because like 160 something is so tiny to me. But I left Loyola like being 160 something. And by the time I came back for that Christmas, oh, the like button is like if you like pull down the live, you'll be able to like see as in you see where it says like the like button. Please don't forget to hit the like button. But okay, now this was December. I traveled back, went back spring semester. I now said, oh, let me add like 10, 15 pounds on top of that. So, like, as a good girl that I am, I decided to add like an extra 10, 15 pounds on top of the 20 something pounds I had already gained. When I came back for my parents were like, there's nothing you're doing during summer. Come back, as in come back for summer. You guys, I came back for summer and my life was literally tormented. It was as in, I remember, even till today, I still have like on my laptop, where I used to write how like I hated myself, like how I hated my life. Like I used to type like how I hated my life, how I hated myself. Like I just want to, like, I don't know what to do. Like, oh my God. Like they used to wake me every morning, like I should come and jog, I should come and skip, do this one. I was just like, I felt so embarrassed. I felt so ashamed of myself. Like I was just like, what did I do? Like if you think about it, I was just like, what did I do? Like that people are stressing my life. I remember this woman that was like my mother's friend. I had never seen her in my life prior to this particular day, like particular day that she came to our house. And the first thing she said was, all this sweet you're adding, what is it for? Like, who are you? I literally did not know this woman. I don't know her prior to this meeting. Just with her look of disgust, like as in just looking at me like, and because of that, every single time the holiday is approaching, and like I know that I'm going back to Nigeria, I'm going back home, like I literally feel like, as in, my heart like literally sinks. I don't even know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like my heart literally sinks, because I'm like, what are they going to say? Like, who is going to say something? Like, somebody's going to say something about my weight. Somebody's going to say something about, like, as in, like, I literally, like, as in, it's just a lot of anxiety about like what people are going to say about my weight. As time has gone on, I care less and less, but I'm not going to like it's still like on my mind. Like it's literally still like, oh my God. And I realize I'm not the only person. I literally know people who, when they're about to go back home for the holidays, like they start like insane diets, like start. And I'm like, why? Like, why are parents like this? Why are family members like this? Like, why, like, can't they just let you be? Like, why do like people need to like say something about your weight? Vivian said like this is one of the reasons she hasn't been home in 4 years. Like, imagine like avoiding going back home because like people are going to say something about your weight. Like, you can just imagine. So like for me, that was just like number one. The number one reason. Because I said jogging when you're on holiday. Jogging when you're on holiday, bro. I'm telling you, like like literally, like being on horse, and they're making like waking you up early in the morning. I'm telling you, like rise and shine, witches, so that you can get jog. You know what that reminds me of? Like, it's literally giving like Loyola Saturday morning. It's giving Saturday morning jogging. Because why are you waking me up in the morning to go and jog? Why? Because you sound fat. Because you sound fat. Now fat, I don't keep us in place. Like, why? Why are you stressing me out? But like that was like number one. Like that was the number one thing. And that was something I saw like as a common thread. Like many people like feeling like, oh my God, they gained weight, like their body, like as in that they're going, something is going to be said about their body, how they look, all these things. Another thing is like the loss of autonomy. I feel like everybody can relate to this one. Like everybody can relate. Everybody can relate to this one, like the whole loss of autonomy thing. Because like when you start living by yourself, whether like you're living in Nigeria, whether you're living abroad, like but when you're living on your own, you get to make your own rules and make your own decisions. Like you get to like decide, like you know what's like best for you. Like if you want to come back by 2 a.m., you come back by 2 a.m. You understand? If you don't want to eat, you don't eat. If you don't want to cook, like me now, like as in I'm not back today, like there is no. But once you go back home, God, blood of Jesus, hey God, I remember the day. This one is making me laugh because it's kind of funny. You guys, I remember the day I went out with my friend. I went out with one of my friends, and I came back by 6 p.m. 6 p.m. As in, we went for lunch around like 2, 3. We now stayed long and now came back by 6 p.m. And my father said that, why are we doing night waka? That don't we see what time is it? Bro, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. That don't we see what time it is? That way we go that at 6 p.m. that while we outside at this time. I was completely stunned. I was like, what? I looked at the time, looked at my watch, looked at him. I was like, what do you mean by that? It's literally 6 p.m. For real. It's 6 p.m. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, all like things that are normal to you. You've created a routine, you have a schedule for yourself, like, and now like you have to kind of like go under somebody else's rules again. Like, and sometimes like their rules don't even making sense. Like, it's not even like logical rules, because like what is wrong with coming back by 6 p.m.? And I know I'm not the only person, because like half of y'all, like, you will be going clubbing, but your parents don't know you go to clubs. Like, they give you curfew, like you gotta be back by 7, you have to be back by 6. And like, it's so crazy. And it creates this anxiety, like it creates this tension sometimes, especially like as an adult, like between you and like your like family, because you're like, what's going on? Like, to you, like sometimes like they don't really understand, like they don't understand the fact that like you've kind of grown, that you're an adult, like you can make certain decisions for yourself, right? Like you can decide that like 6, like it's okay if you're like, okay, don't come back too late or something. But like imagine like as a grown person, like it's 6 o'clock and your parents are calling you, where are you? Be like, I work, I have a life. Like so it creates that kind of tension. Like, does anybody else feel that same way too? Like, no, but this is supposed to be interactive. Like, be in the comment section. Let me know I'm not the person that like feels how I feel. But like that's one of the things, like curfews, like even the fact that like, you know, like in my house, I don't clean the house every day. Like where I live, I don't clean my house every day. I have like my schedule. I know what I need to do. You know, I know the day I take out my trash. I know the day I like, but in my house, like back home, they clean the house every day. And to me, that's excessive. Like, so it kind of like, I'm just like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, it feels so stressful. You know, or even the fact that like as in like my parents don't like when you're like asleep past a certain time, even if there's nothing to do. Like if like they see you sleeping around like 9 o'clock, like it just feels very abnormal for them. Like they'll literally come and wake you up if it's past 7 and you're still sleeping, because why are you sleeping? Why are you asleep at that time? So like to them, like it's just so all those kind of things just like create like certain tension. Like it makes you not want to go back home. Like anytime like the idea of like going home like comes up, like it creates so much tension and anxiety. No, I'm telling you, like my mother will literally come into our room by like 6:30 in the morning, like or 6:37, and she'll like on all the lights, turn up the AC. She's like, come on, get up. Bro. She'll literally come in. Come on, get up. Why are you asleep? I'm like, is there a fire? What's going on? What's happening? Why are you so heavy? No, for real. Like you just be like, is there something happening? Like, what's going on? Like, and especially like when the different cases, like that's how you've always been. But like when you've like been living your life normally, like you've been living a normal life. You understand? Like when you've been living a normal life where you can set, you know, you sleep, you know, you wake up based on like the things you have to do, you know, those kind of things. AM 6:30 a.m. in the morning, max 7. She will come in, open all the doors, open the door, off the AC, turn on all the lights, and be like, oh no, can I come on, wake up. Jesus. You'll be like, hey, wait. Like, you'll be startled. You think something's happening. Like, is there a fire? What's going on? You will not know it just because she does not like that you are sleeping. She does not like peace. Like, so little things like that just start causing tension. Like, does anybody else, like, does that happen for anybody else? Because I used to say, like, we're living the same life, and that I don't even bother going out anymore when I'm back home. Just be counting down till like Japa, peace of mind overall. No, for real, actually. Like, sometimes, like, the idea, like, when you start thinking about, like, maybe somebody, like, invites you out or something, like, the whole planning, like, you have to now start thinking, like, oh, please, I want to go here. Like, I want to go here. Oh, yeah, you going? At what time? Like, by time, oh my God, like, the whole, it's just so exhausting. Like, you just even give up. You give up on the idea of even going out, like, altogether. See, now, because once my mom wakes up, she comes to my room to open the window, sun right in my face. Like, no, because she's like, why are you sleeping? Have you not slept enough? And the worst part is like, because like the first 3 or 4 days or so, like when you come back, you still have jet lag. Like I have like severe jet lag. They don't care. I'm like, I literally went to bed by like 3 a.m. Why are you waking me up by 7? Like, oh God, please allow me have peace. Allow me, please. Like, is that too much to ask for? But I find all these things just like cause tension. Let me give another example. You guys, my parents don't like when you play music in the house. But we're 6 children. All 6 of us like to shower with music on. All of us. So you can imagine, like, you've been living your life, you play music as you shower, you sing, we all sing in the shower, like it's our thing. All of us enjoy it. I don't know any of my siblings. Everybody likes playing music in the shower. My parents would just, I remember one day, like, my mom sees somebody's phone one day because of that thing. She was like, just there, man, photo everywhere. You're just making noise everywhere. Bro, we're just playing music in the shower. And like that kind of thing, you can just have somebody in a bad mood the whole day. You understand? Like, it could just have you in a bad mood all day for like no good reason. Now you're in a bad mood. Why? Because your mother does not like that you play music in the shower. And like all those kind of things, it just gives you so much anxiety. Like you're going home, and like the whole going home thing is just it just becomes a stress. So like the first thing I talked about was like the fat shaming, body shaming. Body shaming on 100. The second one is like all the little, oh my God, and shouting for anything. Yes. Like any small thing, shout. Like I'm a very loud person, right? Like, but I actually don't like shouting. Like in my regular day-to-day life, like people don't shout where I am. Yes, it's a whole flavor concept. Yes, and Yoma said it's a whole. Yoma came to my house and she was surprised how like everybody, there's music everywhere. She was so surprised. She was like, all of you don't play music in the shower. I was like, yes, we all do. But my mother hates it. God, she hates it so much. Yeah. The shouting for any little thing is so real because like, when you like have interactions with everybody, like I live with roommates, like if something happens, you just talk to people calmly. Like they don't talk to people calmly. Like it's not just like, oh, like, did you do this or did you do that? He's like, why have you not done this? Why have you, bro? Your whole body will just be on edge because you don't know the next thing that you're going to do that will cause shouts. You understand? Like you don't know the one that you will do that as in like that will cause like an issue. Like so like the whole time, like a lot of time, like you don't have peace in your own house. And whenever I go home for the holidays, like I'm literally on edge because I don't know the one that they will shout at me for. Like even small things. Like you understand, like it's so like it just causes so much tension. There's so much tension, like you're walking on eggshells all the time. The third thing, this one, if you're Igbo, especially if you're an Igbo girl, I know you relate to it. Cooking. Cooking and the problems around it. Cookings and the problems surrounding the idea of cooking, especially Christmas holiday when you go back to the village. Oh my God. Do you know how many times like my mother and I have gotten into arguments because of cooking? The amount of times we have gotten into arguments because of cooking and anything related to cooking. In fact, there was one time that my mother like did punishment that anytime she wakes, because they wake up. Let me explain how my house is. We are 6 children plus my mom and my dad. That's 8, right? Plus we live in family compound, right? Like in family house. So every meal we have, this big bouncing. No, I call them bouncing bonner, but it's not bouncing bonner. But you guys know what I mean. That unuku ite, like the big ite that they used to cook for like traditional marriage, weddings, those big pots. If you're Nigerian, you know what I'm talking about. That is what we use to make every meal except breakfast. I'm not joking. That's what we used to cook jollof rice, that jollof rice to finish for that meal. So that's to give you I want you to like imagine the amount of number of people that we feed for every meal. When I tell you every meal in the village, bro, I'm telling you, every meal in the village, every meal, we feed nothing less than 30 people. Nothing less than 30 people for every. So that's 30 people. At least, though, this is not when, we're not even counting when all the random visitors that come in, that don't have. Some people come to our house to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm like, is there no food in your house? Is there no food at home? But every single meal, nothing communal, as in they feed everybody as big. So you can imagine, like my mom was like, so they wake up by 5:30 in the morning. By 5:30, they start preparing what will be eaten for lunch. And there's still some people that will make the breakfast, if it's zakara that they're making that day, they will start doing beans and equal beans to grind beans for akara. If it's they will start that one too. If it's more anything that they're eating for breakfast, they will start that one. If it's egg, they will start frying egg or boiling egg. Anything. If it's a stew or if it's rice or if it's ofe, if any ofe that they are making they start boiling the meat, killing this one. Bro, the fucking stress. I'm sorry for cussing, but I don't think there are any children here. But the stress is astronomical. If it's not that you're plucking whole basket full of oha leaf, is that you're cutting this one, is that you're doing that one. And me, as a professional avoider, I don't like stress. So I avoid as much stress as possible. So I literally avoid going to the kitchen until food is ready. My mother calls me Ejeye, means you come when food is ready. Because I'm like, why do people like stressing yourself like this? Why? Why is this happening? It's not a holiday anymore if literally you spend the entire holiday in the kitchen. The entire holiday is spent in the backyard. Yeah. You don't see the front of that house till like 4 p.m. Is that one holiday? Is it holiday? There was one particular Christmas. The mother was like that. Once it's 6 o'clock, I should wake up and brush my teeth and come downstairs. You guys, let me tell you what I used to do. Once it's 6, my mother will come into my room. Baby, wake up. I'll wake up. I'll go and brush my teeth. Shower. I'll now go and hide. Hey, God. God, I'm such a useless child. I will go and hide. There was one time they were looking for me. But I don't know where you at. I hid. Because why? 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 One time they made me come and as in I should sit down. Then where am I going? Every time I'm running away. Like, why are people stressing me? How can I will be in school? I will not come back. People will still stress my life. Why? I don't know if anybody else experiences that cooking thing, like the cooking pressure. Even the pressure to just cook for immediate family is too much. It's too much. It's too much. If it's not, where are you? Why are you not doing this? Me. I come up with so many excuses. I will run to my grandmother's side and go and hide in her room. I used to run to my grandmother's side and hide in her room. Yeah. And nobody knows where I am. Because why are you stressing? Why? Did I kill Jesus? Did they put stuff ahead on my head? And they'll not leave the brothers. But that one is a topic for another day. That one is a topic for another day. But they will disturb somebody. Like, or come and serve the visitors. That one, at least, me, if I run away from cooking, I cannot run away from serving. You go and bring this one, bring that one. I'm just like, bro, this is not a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's not a holiday. Like me, like as in, I feel like the older I get, like the easier it is for me to run away because like I just like because as a child, right, you can't like just run anywhere. But me, like these days, like I would just baffle. Nobody will even see me at all. I'm like, please. We have this thing, like my parents have a foundation. So every 24th of December is like foundation day. So this year is like our third foundation day. The very first one, you guys, the very first foundation day, we did not hire caterers. It was like just us. Bro, see stress. I was like, what kind of thing is this? Do you know how many people you're feeding? And who is supposed to feed all those people? Like literally, you be carrying food. You know, I rice. Oh, kwakamcha. I on this one. I don't want this one. I want this one. Bro, stress, running from here, running to there. Like, this is not a holiday. Like anxiety everywhere. Like, and if you don't do it, like it's like it's not somebody that told them to go and hire caterers for the next one. It's not somebody that told them to go and hire caterers sharp. Because why? Because I said, I've conditioned my mom not to expect me in the kitchen. Talk from now till tomorrow. If I don't do, I don't do. But that's like me. That's like how I like be moving. Because, and the funny thing is, I actually don't mind cooking. Like, I enjoy cooking, but like the stress, the anxiety that comes with it, like everything, it's just like it becomes like such a chore. It's such a chore. Like, so much, like, it becomes like such a mess. Like, everything about it is, like, what I say, politicized. Like, if you don't do it, they will shout at you, they will do this one, they will do that one. Like, I'm like, is it even holiday? Like, you're just looking for the day you're going to go back. So, that cooking one. Hello, White Chipmunk, welcome. That cooking one, please, if you're here, please don't forget to hit the like button, okay? Like, please don't forget to hit the like button. Hello, Anna. Welcome. You guys don't forget to hit the like button and keep interacting in the comments. Please keep interacting in the comments. But like, so the first one I talked about was like the body shaming. I talked about like the little like quirks and nuances that like are so different from how you live your own life, that like they don't expect that like you're a different person. Like, it's almost like you have to like live life how they live, as in how they want them to live your life. And then the other thing is like, the third thing is like the cooking thing, especially like as a first daughter, as a woman in an African household. We know that cooking palaver. Then another one, dressing. Dressing. Oh my God. If anybody told me that clothes will cause so much problem between, like, as in how you dress, how you look, like as in your style as a person would cause so much problem, I would never have believed it. Parents can be so critical about like what you wear, how you like, oh, the kind, even down to like the kind of hairstyle that you have. I feel like hairstyle one, like, hey, yes, so it says Ada, you're just there. That's the house for you. Ugh. But like, that's what we're talking about. That's all the things that like make, like, whenever you're coming back for Christmas, like it gives you so much anxiety and you're so afraid. Like me, like anytime I'm coming back for Christmas, I'm always like, oh my God, which one am I going to wear now that they will shout at me for? Because like, to you, right, like what you're wearing looks okay. Like the clothes is okay, the shoe is okay. Even me, like I even get scared of like doing my nails, because I'm like, if I do my nails, like would it be seen as too shouty? Like, it's just all this, like it's so much fear and anxiety. Because you know, there was one year my sister did like really long nails. I call them bad bitch nails. She did bad bitch nails. Almost she hear her. Did not allow her to rest. She did bad bitch nails. Oh my God. Like, they did not allow her to rest at all. At all. They did not allow her to rest. Even like the clothes that you wear. Like, there's this dress I wore. I wore to go out. Like, to me, the dress is very okay. Like, it's a very normal dress. Even as I was outside, like, you know how like Nigerians, like when you're outside in Nigeria, like people will be staring at you or something, like depending on where you were. Like, even I felt like the dress was okay. That didn't even happen or anything. Like, I felt very comfortable and okay in that dress. When I came back, my father said, this thing you're wearing now, bro. He was like, this thing you're wearing, are you proud of it? Are you proud of it? I was like, the length of it is not okay. He said, you don't know you can only wear those kind of things when you're under a man. Yeah. Like, decent, responsible girl should not be wearing things like that. I was like, bro, what did I wear now? What did I do? As in, like, because I said I have Niger wardrobe. Even my Niger wardrobe self, I feel like as in it still does not even like as in encompass, like as in I still feel like there's still a problem, like there will still be an issue with the wardrobe. Like there will still be a problem. Like there's still an issue. Like I feel like as in even no matter how much I try to like tailor what I do, yes, so girl, I was so stressed. I was so stressed that day. I was like under a man. Like I need to have a man to be wearing certain kinds of clothes, essentially. Like as I need to be married. Oh God, bro, I died. But I digress. Let's continue. But like, even when I try to tailor my expectations, like even when I try to like tailor, the things I do and stuff, like even when I'm like, let me wear something that I feel like would be Niger appropriate, bro, they'll still find something like, oh, this one is too short. Oh, this one is too this, like it's too that. Like, so all those things, like it makes, in fact, I'm like, I don't even want to go out. I don't even want to attempt trying to go out because I don't know the one that I will now do that will now cause a problem or an issue. You get? Like, if you understand what I mean. Like, I don't even know the one that will now be what I would do. Because even when you feel like you've dressed well, or something else that happens, like maybe my mom would think an outfit is okay, but like my dad would not think the outfit is okay. Or my dad would think the outfit is okay. And then like now you're even like, now you're like, it's a barrel. It's a barrel. God. Now you're like, hey God, I don't want to go anywhere again. I just want to sit down at home, please. Like, God. Yoma just reminded me of something. Church. I don't go to church. Maybe one day I'll do a YouTube video, even a YouTube live about my relationship with church. But obviously, when you're back home in Nigeria, right, you gotta go to church. Yeah, you have to go to church because parents don't understand anything like I don't go to church. So, like, in fact, it's even to the point where, like, in the village, like, we definitely have to go to church, even if nobody else is going. Like, on Christmas Day, like, in my village, nobody used to go to church like that. Like, church is never that full. But us, we must go because my grandmother is going. So, like, we must all go to church we have. And sometimes, like, it's even a problem. Like, oh, you did not wake up early. You did not do this. Like, you're not even ready to go to church. Oh, you're late, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, like, as in, even just, like, I feel like I have the church one down. I never really be having problem with church clothes. Is the idea of going at all that is usually my problem. But I just like I'm at the point where I just suck it up. I'm always like, how many Sundays? It's not 2 Sunday. I go, I listen to whatever they want to say, and then I go back home. But like that's my own like church own. But I don't really like the church one. Like I know like there are other people. I don't know if they're on this live, but I know there are other people who have like a more tumultuous relationship with church. And then like because like they don't go like all through the year, then when they now go back home, they are now like you have to go to church. And then it's like, bro, I've been avoiding this place. Like I'll be on Twitter and I'll like see people, like a lot of atheists and stuff that like live with their parents and still live in Nigeria. Like like you like they have to go to church every day, even though that they don't even believe in God, but you still have to go because like your parents are not gonna hear that. Like it also like that's also another thing like that feeds into like having like differing beliefs or things from your parents. They don't want to hear that. Like if you're under their house, like you have to like go according to them, even though like the way you live separately from them is very different, even though like how you do things is very different. Like but if once you like come like maybe if you grew up in a house that like oh, you don't watch TV. People don't watch TV in your house, or maybe you don't watch certain things. But like once when you're now like when you live by yourself, like you do those things, like you've grown and you understand, like you've become your own person. Once you now come back there, like you have to like regress, if that makes sense. Like it's almost like you have to regress. And sometimes like a lot of that anxiety comes from the idea that like you have to like regress and go back to doing things that you either didn't like to do, or you have to like perform. Like going back home is like a performance. You start like taking weight loss tea and doing diets or starving yourself so that you can look the way that they expect you to look. You don't wear the normal clothes that you would wear normally so that like you don't get shouting. You change the behaviors that you're used to and things that you normally do so that nobody will come and say this or say that. Like it's all a performance. Like you're living a lie, you know? I feel like a lot of the anxiety that comes back, like comes with going home or spending the holiday with your parents, or like being around like family members or stuff, it's just like the fact that you have to like perform. Like, does that make sense to anybody else? Like, I don't know if I'm the only person that feels like that. Like, it's like you have to put on this charade almost. Like you can't be yourself. Like whenever my brothers are coming home, they have to go and cut their hair. They have to like change anything that they've done so that they can like look like the people your parents expect them to be. If you have something, you have to go and change it. Like if you maybe if all through the year you dyed your hair, right? A different color, you have to now go and dye it. You understand? Because you're going home. Like, is that not weird, you guys? Like actors and actresses of the year, bro. Like you become as in like you can even win AMVCA award for the amount of acting that you have to do once like the time to go home comes. Like, and that just like it could, because like the thing about acting, right, is that what if you break character? Like, what if they realize, oh, like one of my biggest fears going home is that my mother would like go through my box. You understand? Because she do be going through like boxes sometimes. Like I'll be scared that, oh my god, like is there anything in my box that could like incriminate me? Like, oh, is there something that is like going to incriminate me? Like so you're just like, it's because it's such a performance, because the performance, like you have to be like, am I performing at at top level? And it creates so much anxiety because you're like, I hope the mask doesn't fall. Okay, I have only 2 weeks to keep up this charade. Like, it's just 2 weeks, it's just 2 weeks, it's just 2 weeks. Like, and it's supposed to be your house. Like, it's supposed to be like your home. So, like, it stops being like your home because, like, you can't even be your normal self. And is it really home if you can't be yourself? Bro, that's also me right now, right? That's me right now. Because, like, for me, right, I'm like, I don't live with you guys. I'm still at the point where I'm like, you only see me these 2 weeks. If you want a fake person, you're gonna get a fake person, right? You get this like charade, this you get this made up individual that like, I can give you the actress to an extent. Like that cooking one, they will never catch me there. God, no. No way, Jose. That cooking one, God, the way I run, oh my God, you guys, the way I run from it. But like you get like, oh, you want the person that dresses a certain kind of way. You get the Miriamaka. You want the person that does this, that I will. It's 2 weeks, I won't play the music. It's 2 weeks, I will come back by 6 p.m. Like all those kind of things. Like is those 2 weeks, right? But I also feel like they lose out on knowing their child, like lose out on knowing who their child really is and what their child really does, like in real life. You only get to see that person for these 2 weeks or this holiday that they're coming for, and you don't even get to see them at their most authentic self. So it's just very disappointing, if I say, because like Olive says, like you can't hide your true nature forever. Ultimately your spirit can't rest because you're not meant to be there. Like it almost like my sister recently moved back because she moved back to Nigeria for law school. I think she moved back for law school, and it was one thing, right? Like putting on this charade and facade for the 2 weeks that you would come back for Christmas, or max a month if you came back for summer or something. But like when you actually have to live with them, and now they know who you really are, and like the kind of person you are, so much tension. So much tension. She would call me all the time and be like, this happened, that happened. Like, why are they like this? Like, and it's like, it's because like the image that they have of you and the image that you really are, because like now you are living here, like you cannot be pretending again, you understand? Like the actress is gone. The image that they have of you and the image that it is now is so diverse that sometimes they don't even believe that who it is here is even their child that they know. They don't know who you are. So it causes so much friction and so much tension. It causes so much friction and so much tension. Like Chioma said, like, I don't think I need to pretend to them anymore because I feel like we're all grown up and old enough to make your own decisions. Bro, you would think. Maybe I've just not gotten to the age. Even though it's me, I think I am at a big age. I think I was a big age, but maybe I've not gotten to the age. Maybe I've not gotten to the age where you can't pretend anymore. But like, I still feel like a lot of people like feel like whenever the holidays are coming, they have to change a lot of things about them. Like literally, like my sister and like a couple of our friends were talking about like, you sure will not go on diet because like coming back for Christmas now, like next they will start insulting you because you gained weight. Like, do you know how like stressful that is? The thought that like you have this, oh my god, by the time I go back for Christmas, like I don't want people to be insulting me and laughing at me because of my weight. Like I need to like lose, bro. The anxiety and fear like that creates in your head, like it's very crazy. It said they do because they don't care if you're different from them. Lol. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they care if you're different from them. I think in their head, they cannot imagine that you could be different from them. Or that, like, you could have, like, that you could maybe make your own decisions or grow up or, like, have different approaches to things or approaches, to life. Like, one thing I always say, like I said in the beginning, I clean my apartment, like, once a week. Like, I clean my space, like, once a week, sometimes, like, once every 2 weeks. And to me, that's okay. To me, that's fine. But, like, everybody I know, like, that grew up in Nigeria, like, most parents, like, they clean the house, like, every day, sometimes. Like sometimes every day or every 2 days. To me, that feels excessive. But, like, you're not allowed to say that feels excessive. Like, you must just perform. Like, even when you feel like this place is not dirty, like, why do we even need to clean it? Like, you just have to perform. Because they don't care, like, your opinion about whether it's excessive or not, or maybe we should just do a cleaning every week. It doesn't matter. You just have to do it. You understand? Or, like, even the idea of, like, I like to make my bed when I get up, but, like, I know, like, not everybody's, like, into, like, making their bed when they get up. Like, it's still your bed. Like, but, like, now, like, you have to do what they want you to do. You understand? So it's almost like a performance. Like, the things that you would do normally in your real life is not what you're actually doing when you're at home. And so, like I was saying, like, it causes this anxiety because, like, you're like, oh my god, like, which one? I hope I'm, like, performing to the best of the ability that they need me to perform at. Yeah, Ada, why can't you be herself at home? Acting isn't the best, I think. I believe you can still be that person. Well, you try to be yourself at home, but then when you realize, like, the person you are is kind of in conflict with the kind of person your parents are, and, like, when they are still the authority figure in that house, so you kind of, like, you still have to, like, go with authority. Like, one of the examples I gave was Curfew. Like, me, normally, in fact, when do I come back? It's very, very normal for me to be out at, like, me going out and not coming back till 10, 11, 12 is not abnormal to me, right? But when I'm at home, my parents expect me to be back by 6. 6, their sun is still outside. Like, 6 is when people start getting ready to go out for, like, dinner. But I can't do things like dinner. I can't go out for dinner at home. Like, whenever, like, my friends want me to come out with them or do something with them, it has to be like a lunch thing, because if you're not back by 6, is an issue. Even though you're grown, even though, like, when you live by yourself, you can do things like not come back by 6, but like it now becomes an issue, it's a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. They don't care about authentic, give it to them fake. Very much. They don't care about authentic. They do not. They want the fakest you possible. So do that. But and I said exactly, if you're an independent thinker, there is now a problem. Yes, there is. Like if you want to do things, even if not necessarily, even okay, maybe independent thinker is the word, but even if like when you're not even like, if you're just not doing what they want, like there's no room for dialogue, like to be like, okay, hey, like, okay, I understand that like it's getting dark, or you don't want me to be out that late or stuff. Like, can we have a dialogue about it? Like, okay, is it okay if you know where I'm going, or if you know, you understand, like, is it no, no, sorry, okay, sure. Or even if like in clothes, like maybe an example like that clothing aspect now, like at least okay for me, right? I didn't grow up in a very very like religious restricted household when it comes to clothes, but I know people like, as in I know people that like they grew up in houses where you can't even wear trouser, right? So in school and in other places they wear trouser, but when they come home they cannot, like they don't wear trouser at home. Is that not acting? Is that not pretense? It's fake. I have one of my cousin's friends, she's Muslim. At home, hijab, everything, dedicated religious Muslim girl. Bro, in real life, she's not like that. Like in real life, she doesn't wear her hijab. She doesn't wear a hijab. In real life, like she is like the most like out there person like you can think of, like out there. But when you come home, like you have to like pretend, you have to like put up a farce, like you have. I'm like, it causes a lot of anxiety because it's like, hey God, now I have to go back to that place where I have to like pretend and put up a farce and like start living like a fake life. You get. So Ferdinand said, they pay bills, please. Yes, they pay bills. So for the person that acts like, why can't you still be that person? Eh? No, please, you can't. They pay bills. You want them to cut you off? I think so. I think Chioma was the person that mentioned it. She said, like, you're grown and old enough to make your own decisions and stuff. I think there's a caveat here. So even when like you're grown and old enough to make your decisions, I think it's not until when you're not financially dependent on them. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know. I think the caveat to this is not just being grown or showing that you can make your own decisions, is once you can pay for things. Like once you're no longer financially dependent on them, I think that's where they feel like you're grown. So it's kind of like you have to keep faking it, or you have to keep acting or pretending until then. What do you guys think? Well, I agree. I know agrees. I agree too. I think that's like the case as well. Say money stops nonsense. So money stops nonsense. I think that's the case as well. I think it's not until like you're able to like, not just make your own decisions, but also like make your own decisions in a financial realm. That's when I think they start like realizing, okay, yeah, it's not just by age, it's not by age, it's not even by showing that you have the capability to make your own decisions. Because if it's by that, I don't think so. I think is the money aspect a lot of times. Because I feel like money, because without that, they still hold like a certain amount of leverage over you. So like they still expect that you are under like, a certain amount of control and stuff. Like Which brings me to like my last point: dating. Dating in your parents' house. If you are somebody, you know how, let me backtrack. You know how African parents say they'll be like, oh, that you don't leave their house until you marry. How did people used to date in their parents' house when you don't even have any freedom? Like how? Like one of my friends there, she after she graduated, she was living at home with while she was waiting for youth service. While she was waiting for call up letter for youth service. And for non-Nigerians, youth service is like a mandatory 1 year program that you do after uni, like to serve your country. They post you somewhere and stuff. While she was waiting for like, as in, I think she was, I don't know if she was dating, as in, I don't know whether she was dating her man while in school and then now continued after she graduated, or it was in during that period. But she was telling me how like it was so difficult to date because all if you think about all the things people do like in relationship, right? Going out, being on the phone, bro. Do you know in my house sometimes you can't answer, like as in if you're like, you know how like, oh, maybe you get a call like sneaky link and shit like that. If you get a call and like you want like form privacy, they will open the door. They'll literally open. Who are you privating for? Who are you talking to on the phone that you want to enter door? And like that you want to enter door. Who are you talking to? You understand? Who are you talking to? You can't even like be on the phone. Okay, think about another one, like going on dates. Who are you going on dates with? Who are you going on? Dinner dates that people use, you can't even go on dates. Oh yeah, I can't get him. Where are you going to? Where are you going? So like it was literally such a problem. Like she was telling me how like it was such a problem for her because like you can't do anything. Like your parents, like you can't do anything. You can't like so like as in, and her like boyfriend used to be kind of frustrated because all the things, like all the cute dates, all those things that you want to plan, like meet somebody, like spend time with like each other. You can't do that. You can't do that because like in their days they just used to see somebody on the road and go to their house like as I said, they just used to go to somebody's house and knock and be like, I see a beautiful flower, I want to pluck it. So I don't know how people date while living with their parents because the amount of lies you have to be telling must be phenomenal. Has anybody like dated while like living with their parents? Like people should tell me. Like how? Because I don't get it. Like this you guys watch my vlogs now. So like this last summer that I traveled back. This last summer I traveled back, like, and I would like try to go on like dates or go out with like my boyfriend or stuff like that. Bro, voila. Literal problems. Literally, like the only time that we went on an evening date, I think it was because like my mother traveled. Like it was because my parents both like they both traveled. Like if not, like we'd never like we could not go on any dinner dates. Like, but they're the same ones that'll be like, when will you marry? When will you marry? Singing it like song. How are you supposed to marry if you don't go on dates? How? How? Say your mother said, the one time my sister's boyfriend tried to visit, he almost just laughed for my he has mine though. He has mine though. He has mine. What does he do? How visits for what? What is he visiting for? Visit that what happened? He wants to visit so that they can beat him. I can just imagine. Like, I can just imagine. Like, because what? I think like I think time I find that the time that people end up like dating and meeting their partners is like when like, oh, they go for youth service, so like you kind of have like your own space, or maybe if they move, because I don't know how people used to meet people. when they are still living with their parents. Unless maybe you have a chill parent that is more understanding and stuff like that. I don't know how people date. And also she used to lie and say that she's staying at her friend's house. Anyway. But me, like, okay, if I want to lie and say, which friend will I say I'm even staying at their house? My siblings used to kind of like get away with that because they have a lot of friends that live in Abuja. You understand? But like me, I don't know, like, I don't have a lot of friends that live in Abuja. We live in Abuja. Who likes that I'm going to Gansi? That I cannot come back that night. Ha! You better come back. So Joma said you're right. Like if you're still under their care and support, then you have to abide by their rules. Like once you're no longer under their roof and responsible for yourself. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like it's like once you're still under their care, once they are still the ones feeding you, sending you this, like you're still their ward. And like, but then like it also comes to like why can't you be their ward and still like be your own person? Like why is it that as their ward, like they still like they expect you to be like a clone of them? Like you have to do things. Like the only times like as in that they almost like that they like you or respect you is when you're doing the things that they also do. Or the things that we're not very good with like dissent. We don't like when people go against our rule as in our rules and regulation. As in so yeah. See, my mother also tends to work night shifts, so it's a little easier until I'll come home after see. Hmm. I can just imagine. Maybe she'll call you in the night. She'll be like, no, how is everything? You'll be like, Mommy, I'm fine. I'm home. Blah, blah, blah. She'll now be like, interested. I'll be like, but I'm at the house and I did not see you here. Lies will start entering. Lies will start entering from there because where are you? I thought you said you're home. Where are you? Where you are? Yeah, so I support Kazai. Ioma, give us gist. Give us gist. Ioma said she didn't know my father would return early and had invited her boyfriend. I can just imagine. I can just imagine. Like, why? Do you know what? Do you know my solution to this thing? You know my solution to this thing. Let me give you guys gist. So this last like summer that I traveled now and everything, my solution was that for my dad and my mom have different solution. For my dad, right? My dad is usually his driver that will drive him. So our thing is you just get the driver's number. Anytime driver is on their way back, driver will tell you that they're on their way back. So you now start knowing what you're doing and start planning yourself very well so that you can be back before my dad is back. For my mom's own, if I want to gauge where she is or when she's about to come back, I'll call her and be like, Mommy, please, can you buy corn for me when you're on your way back? Like, when are you coming back? So I can know. She'll be like, I'll be back around 3. I'll be back. I'll now be like, okay, I know where you're coming back. You see all the little, like, God, it's so unfair. Like, you have to come up with all these little tricks and things just so that like as in so that you can come back before them, but it will not be like you went out, you understand? It's very like it's very stressful, very stressful, I'm telling you. And also that's why you track her location. Did you use maybe here's an idea. If you put her Apple ID, like your Apple ID on her phone, so that as in her phone will now be on your Find My iPhone, so you know where she is. Oh God. God of mercy, dealing with parents can be so funny. I wonder if parents have group chats where they talk about dealing with us too as their children. I wonder if they have group chat where they talk about dealing with us because this life, I won't be surprised if they do. I won't be surprised if they do. You guys should tell me what your scope is. And I said that she used to track their location. Yoma said the scope we used was our cousin that lives with us. We would say that, oh my God. You see this scope? Maddest scope. My sisters. My sisters were the ones that hacked this one before me, Seth. My sisters were the ones that my sisters were the ones that hacked this one before me. Let me tell you what they used to do. My sisters would come and they will invite their friends, like male friends or female friend, whatever. They will now say that the male friends are my brother's friends. So that when my parents be like, if they're like, who is this? They'll be like, oh, it's Bobby's friend. This person is Dudu's friend. That's how they used to hack it. Hi, Adi. This is our resident nephrologist in the house. Adi, baby. How are you? I see you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Maybe later on you can rewatch the live. Please, if you're joining in, please don't forget to give me a like button. If you not watch the whole thing, this live has been so interesting. Be sure to rewatch at your own convenience. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about a lot of things. And I'm so grateful for everybody who has been chiming in, giving their inputs, giving their thoughts and everything, because like this has been so interesting for me. Is there it was fine for them to visit as our cousin's friends, but not our friend. Yes, because like your cousin was your cousin a guy or a girl? Because like for us, it was like for my sisters now, right? My sisters went to all girls school. So my mother would always be shocked, like, where did they know boys from? You understand? So she would like, if you say that, oh, the boys are my brother's friends, it will make more sense in her head. But if you're like, they should not be like asking, where do you know them from? All this kind of thing. Who are they? Where did you know them from? Like, their friends, how? Like, those kind of things. And you're just like, just your friends. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You get. Chima said, my cousin ate. My cousin ate. Had visited one time. Immediately he left. My mom and dad. My classmate, Jesus God. Parents. Like, and you know the funny thing? You know the funny thing about this? The funny thing about this whole thing is that your classmate, it could be very innocent. It could literally just be like, it could literally just be like your, as in literally your classmate that just came, like nothing. You don't even have anything to do with the person, no. But just the fact that he's a guy. Let me give you guys a story. So Chema is my cousin. So we all have the same family lineage. Our family used to behave the same way. So that's how this one. I was even still young. I was still in like secondary school. We had one of our neighbors when my dad was in Oka, living in Oka. This guy, Temple, like he was like maybe 3 or 4 years older than me, but he was our neighbor. I don't know who it was that saw me and him like in front of the gate together. Take note, this is our neighbor. As in we lived in the same compound, like just 2 different houses, but in the same compound. So we have the same gate. I don't know what they went to go and tell my mother. That's how my mother called me into her room. That she heard that I was with Temple. That now I'm following man. Blah blah. Oh mo, she beat me, beat me, die. That I'm following man. I don't think I even had the concept of what following man was at that time. I think I was like in JS2 or something. I was so lost about why I was being beaten. But that one is a topic for another day. Cop beating kids. But oh, no problem there. It's fine. Oh, it was a guy. And so that was how you guys were able to use the guy as the excuse to be able to get away with it. Because like for us, like they could just never like, oh, where do you know guys from? Like in their head, like you're not supposed to talk to guys. Me, did I went to mixed school, local ed, but like if it was not like one of the like as in if it was not somebody that you had mentioned their name or they are not like as in they just the concept did not used to grab in their head. You understand? Yes, what Cassandra said, please be sure to give this live a thumbs up. I'm going to be ending in about the next 6 minutes. And like the last thing I just wanted to talk about before we go, like don't go yet. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is like, how do we move forward? What's the way forward from here, you guys? Because I'm literally traveling in like about a week, and I've noticed that like my anxiety has been climbing and getting higher and higher. And I know why. It's because I'm going home, right? I'm going home, and I just keep thinking like what's going to happen? Like, like I'm trying to like what's funny? Like this my nose piercing one is not even shaking me. Like I actually thought like it should be part of what shake. It's not even shaking me. Like I'm really ready for anything that they're about to say about it. But like other things, just like I just like I've been so med school has been so stressful. Like whenever I think about like going to the village and like waking up early in the morning to start doing this one or start doing that one, or like oh my god, like like what should I wear now? Should I even bother doing my nails or like all those things? Like when I start thinking about it, like it literally like weighs me down, and I have to like be like I need to stop thinking about it. I need to focus on something else. Like, what is literally like the solution? What's the way forward? Because like I don't this is not life. Like we can't live like this. So what do you guys think? Like what's the solution? What has made things easier for you? Have you been able to negotiate? Have you been able to like, come to certain compromises about certain things? Have you rebelled? Because I know some people are like rebel. I know some people who are just like, I'm just going to be the bad child. Everybody just knows that I'm the bad child. You understand? Like what has been your own compromise for you guys? Excuse me. That's the last thing I want to talk about before ending the live. Like, what has been the compromise that you've either come to with your parents or come to, within yourself? Like, have you just like, I know earlier, like, someone had been like, I just pretend, we're just on a pretending P. Like, are you just going to keep pretending forever? Like, is there something that you've decided? Is there something like, how do you cope? How do you deal with it? Especially like, anyway, because I said my answer is not to go home anymore. Well, unfortunately, I don't have that option. I have to go. But I think it's kind of sad that like you don't, like that you decide not to go home because like all the stress in the home. Like me, I don't have that option. So I have to go. I have to go. I want to see my siblings. Like there's like people I love that I want to see. So I have to go home and see them. I don't even have choice. So Olive said disengaging and not taking it personal. That has been something I've been doing. Like because I think in the beginning, like especially like a lot of the fat phobic comments and stuff, like I used to like really feel like that was like it used to really get to me. God, it used to get to me. But as time has gone, I realized like anybody who like the first thing that they want to say to me is like to try and like bring down my esteem or like try and like that person is a personal problem of that person. Like it's not about me, it's about you. Like you're a shitty person. Like you just need to realize that you're not a serious person. So like that one, I've like that's something I've really like been I've like trying to disengage. Like me, like whenever they say certain things, I'm just like, "Ah, it's not about me. It's not me. I'm a beautiful, wonderful human being, and like these insults don't get to me. Like like whenever the whole cooking thing comes up, and they're like, you're just lazy. I'm just like, I'm not a lazy person. I know the amount of work that I do every day in secondary school, in medical school. I know the amount of things I do. I know how much work I do. I know that I'm not a lazy person. I know that I'm not useless. You understand? Like, yes, in this aspect of life, like it's not my favorite thing to do. So I'm not going to obviously put in effort. But it doesn't mean that me as myself, like, I kind of give myself words of affirmation. Like, I'm just like, this is not about me. I'm not going to take it personal. Olive said, I make bastard money. Per, per, make money. But yes, I want to see you. I can't wait. We're going to see this Christmas. Yes. And see my loved ones. Like they're actually people I look forward to seeing when I go back. So I try to think about those people. I try to think about those people that I'm actually looking forward to seeing so that the things that come up, like I'm just like, I'm going to go and see this person, I'm going to go and see this auntie, I'm going to go and see this uncle, I'm just like, I'm going to disengage from whatever it is that anybody that, that has negative things or opinions has to say, and focus on, because there are people who genuinely are happy to see me and who care about my life. So I focus on those people. So you must say, I've just accepted the situation. I suck it up. There's that too. There's that one as well. Because you're really a rebel. Say another angle. I'm lazy. And so what? You know what? You're right. It's the holiday. In medical school, I literally get 1 week Christmas break. Why should I come for my 1 week and be stressing myself? Why should I come for holiday and be stressing myself? It's 1 week, to rest, relax, see loved ones, spend time. So, like, if you're lazy, so what? I agree. I actually like that. So Eno said, spend as little time with them as possible and just remind yourself that it's temporary. Some things you can push, but you gotta give a little, but I won't take any insults. Yes, I really think like sometimes like I'm just like, you know what? It's not that long, it's not forever. Like if there's certain things, like if you're like, go and change these clothes, I'll go and change it. I'm like, you know what, it's okay. It's fine. It's just like when you're in the village, I'm just like, okay, sometimes like I understand where they're coming from too, like because like it's not even sometimes it's not even them that have a problem. It's like, oh, what will other people say? So you're just like, you know what, I'm going to change it. It's not even that big of a deal. And then other times I'm like okay, sometimes I compromise. Like I'm like, I'm not going to cook, but if it's to serve people, I'll come and serve. It's okay. I won't die. Like it's not a problem. But like certain things, like doing manual labor, sorry, I can't. I can't do it. One thing I used to use like my nails because I fix my nails. I'll use it as an excuse. I'll be like, no, I'm not doing it. I used to use my nails as an excuse. I'll be like, I'm not doing it. So you should realize the dignity of your family. That enough should encourage you. Please segregate any fear. We're trying not to be afraid, but we're scared though. We're still scared. All those things, like it just adds up. You do your best to like, but I think as time goes on, as I grow older and I get more into myself, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going home. Home should not be a place like of fear. Like whatever it is, like I can push through it. If I can't push through it, I'll address it. If I can't address it, almost then it is what it is. We're just gonna be a loggerheads. But thank you guys so much. Hey, guys, we did this. This is an Obonge live. This was really good. For everybody who engaged, please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. I'm so happy. Like, please, you guys, I'm trying to get to my 4,000 watch hours. So please, if you can, please just like play my playlist, play my videos, play it on repeat. Let me come up on your YouTube wrapped list or whatever, even though there's no YouTube wrapped. But like just keep playing my videos. Like even if you watched it before, you can play it, don't put it on silent, like just so I can get like those watch hours. But I'm so glad. Like please, my cousin Gracious Choma, so I put up a comment. She's also a YouTuber. She gives us a lot of like sexual health tips. She's like our favorite sexual health YouTuber on this YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to her channel as well. She's a big sexual health YouTuber. Be sure to subscribe to her as well and watch her videos and support her as well. But thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. Like this was so amazing. Like this was so amazing. I think the next live I'm going to do is when I come back from the holiday and I'll tell you guys how it went. Whether I was able to put some of these tips or if there was any, things that happened that I felt like I wasn't able to put the tips. So, but other than that, I'm so grateful. I'm so glad for everyone who stayed through the live. If you couldn't watch through the live, like you can go back and watch the beginning. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. Watch my other videos as well. But till next time, thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.